Trillions will flow through cryptos like Stellar XLM, and Zioncoin could benefit. Yes, people, you and I could benefit. But how am I arriving at that? How am I coming to that conclusion? Well, first, before all of that, please like, subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I can keep delivering more and more content like this to you more frequently. It also helps if you watch it to the end. If you want to make that bread pop, if you want to make that money, that dough, you need to watch to the end to do your research, get it in there full. With that aside, let me just say this. Yes, it's all about the fundamentals, people. You and I know for sure, without fundamentals, there's nothing. No charts can tell you what's going to happen if there's nothing underlining the actual poppage of the cryptos that we're doing our research into. Now, it's clear we need to understand, what has ISO 20022 got to do with Fednow? What's it got to do with Ripple? What's it got to do with Stellar XLM, Wisdom Tree? Well, today in this video, we're going to find out. So Nathan, Fednow, ISO 20022. Over to you. Okay, yes, there you go. Federal Reserve, FRBservices.org. So, ISO 20022. Thanks again for that, Nathan. What you need to know: the Federal Reserve will use ISO 20022, an internationally accepted data-rich messaging standard, to define the message flows and formats for the Fednow service. It's clear. Whether you're responsible for your organization's Fednow service integration, preparing to build instant payment products, leveraging the Fednow service, or are a payments processor that will help your clients connect to the service. If you're a payments processor, if you're in any crypto wallet, it's interconnecting, it's interoperable, clearly. So now is a time to get to know the Fednow ISO 222 messaging specification. If you want to know what is ISO 222 and why it matters, you can look at this publication. I'll include this link down in the description. The recorded webinar of the fundamental facts of the matter. Clearly, people, the fundamentals. You know, we talk about this all the time. There's that webinar. Have a look at that. Asked and answered. Fednow ISO 222 message specifications. So people ask questions about it. You'll get the answers from there. Accessing the Fednow ISO 222 messaging specifications, the Federal Reserve is using My Standards. Who's My Standards? We'll find out later. Keep listening. Platform to provide access to the Fednow ISO 222 message specification and accompanying implementation guide. You can now access these on the Federal Reserve Financial Service portal offsite under the Fednow service. Users will need a My Standards account, which you can create on the Swift's website. Offsite. View our step-by-step guide for tips on accessing specifications. Test your messages on the Fednow ISO 222 readiness portal. Check compliance of your messages with the Fednow service ISO 20022 implementation guidelines and access test use cases and sample messages on the Fednow ISO 222 readiness portal, hosted on My Standards platform offsite. Additional information: Federal Reserve announces ISO 222 specifications for initial launch on the Federal Reserve Fednow service. Our strategic approach to the Fednow service ISO 200 standard messaging specifications. Fednow Reserve nears completion of the industry engagement of Fednow ISO 200 specifications. So it's clear, people, it's here. We'll jump into that additional information in a minute, just so we can see when. Learn more, visit and prepare for Fednow. For more information about the Fednow service, including features, functionality, stay up to date. Notes: My Standards is a trademark of Swift. My Standards is Swift, people, clearly. Now, what is this publication? Let's have a look, clearly. Let's see what we got here. So, Fednow service. Federal Reserve announces ISO standard specification for initial launch. March, this is 2001. So skipping through this, they are saying the Fednow Iso200 specification define the message flows and formats that the service will leverage when operational in 2023. We're here, people. We're here, and we've heard announcements on Twitter from certain prominent members that it will be ready by the end of the year. And it's obviously now being piloted. So if you want to read more on that, there you go. Nathan, back over to you.
That's great, Nathan. Thanks for that. But how are these companies actually involved? How's Ripple involved? How is Wisdom Tree actually really involved in the Fednow? What's the underlying factors? How are they involved in ISO 20022? Nathan, over to you.
Yes, Nathan, and this is obviously the ISO 20022, ISO 222 official website, and this is talking about registration management group member list. So all of these delegates of this joint committee have registered the RMG, Registration Management Group. So it has 43 delegations from the following member entities. So you've obviously got the countries and their codes, and you can see all the different jurisdictions here. You've got things like MasterCard, Nexo, Pay UK, Ripple.net. For those that didn't think Ripple wasn't on it, they are clearly Ripple.net. There you go. 100%. You know, and Swift, obviously, this is kind of Swift's things, Visa International. These are ones that we really expect. But RGB member lists, so the companies, right? The actual companies that are named here and listed, Bank of England, of course, naturally, BSI, Royal Bank of India, not BSI as the Bank for International Settlements, but this is BSI's thing. They're, you know, vastly intertwined. ECB, we know about the ECB. Swift again, ISO 20022 RA, Japan, JP Morgan Chase. Check that out. That's their company for, you know, that will interoperate. Got MasterCard here, Nexo Standards, don't know who they are. Pay UK, again, Pay UK, if you don't know, is the real-time gross settlement standard. And this has been about for years. Real-time gross settlement standard has been about for years. RippleNet, again, Ripple is in it. XRP, people. It's going to be used, right? Fednow service, ISO 20022 standard. It's there. We see it clearly, right? It's all over the place. It's all there. Interoperability with crypto. It's there. Being used for settlements. But what about Stellar? No, we don't really see Stellar on this list. Swift. But who do we see on this list? Who do we see? Who do we miss? Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Back. There we go, people. Wisdom Tree. ISITC. Wisdom Tree. And we also know that Franklin Templeton are on the Stellar blockchain as well. And this is clear. It's all clear. Nathan, back over to you.
That's great. Thanks for that, Nathan. And there you have it. ISO 20022, the international standard. That's going to be used by all the banks, getting prepared, getting ready right now as we speak. End of July, all the institutes should be up to speed with what's going on. It's clear. Ripple, RippleNet, interlinked, interoperability with the major payment systems. It's clear. XRP interlinked through Ripple. It's clear. Stellar XLM interlinked with Wisdom Tree, with IBM. ISO 20022. We know, people, it's here. The dawn of speculation has passed. The dawn of real utility has arrived for blockchain interoperability. I'm Nathan. aka Nathan of Zion. Smash the Zioncoin up there, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Check out Banking on Bitcoin Revisited. It's a re-education. We need to get up to standard. We have a video on Stellar, because what YouTube recommends. Have a great day now. Take care.